All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and as part of the Rankin Technical College AWD 1000 Web Development Technologies course, I've been creating a series of video presentations based on the Mozilla Developer Network Learn Web Development series. As you can see, I'm in the server-side website programming area, Express Web Framework, Node.js, JavaScript, and we're talking about setting up a Node development environment. Now, this is the last one before we go in and actually start on this 7-part tutorial, which will finish up what I've got to do in here. All right, so now that you know what Express is for, we'll show you how to set up a Node Express development environment on Windows. For any other operating system, it says it provides what you need to get started. Okay. Node and Express make it very easy to set up your computer in order to start developing web application. This section provides an overview of what tools are needed, explains some of the simplest methods for installing Node and Express, and shows how you can test your installation. The Express development environment includes an installation of Node.js, the Npm package manager, and optionally the Express application generator for your computer. This will actually create a bunch of code, kind of a scaffolding type of thing for you automatically. Node and the Npm package manager are installed together from prepared binary packages, installers, operating system, etc., or from source. Express is then installed by Npm as a dependency on your individual Express web applications. Npm can also be used to globally install. For example, it can globally install a lot of things, including the Express application generator, as it says, a handy tool for creating skeleton Express web apps that follow the model view controller pattern. The generator is optional because you don't need this tool, all right, but it says we'll be using it throughout because it makes starting a lot easier and promotes a more modular application structure. There are other tools that can be used as part of the development environment, including text editors and IDEs, source management or versioning control systems like Git, etc. All right. Node can run on any operating system, including Windows, Mac OS, Linux. There is a full list on the downloads page. We only care in this class about Windows, so that's what we will concentrate on. Express is run in a Node environment, and hence it can run on any platform that runs Node. In this article, we'll provide step-by-step instructions for Windows, Mac OS, and Ubuntu Linux. Now, as far as I'm concerned, we're just going to cover anything in here on Windows. All right, there's many releases of Node. Newer releases contain bug fixes, etc. Generally, you want the most recent LTS, long-term support release, and not the current release. All right. What about databases and other dependencies? As it says, they're all part of the application and will be imported using the Npm package manager, which we'll get into later. In order to use Express, you will first have to install Node.js and the Node.js package manager on your operating system. Already got it. The following sections explain the easiest way to do the install. Well, I did this. I went out to nodejs.org.en. I selected the long-term support. I'm not going to worry about the Ubuntu. It's fine. As it says there, to test, you can run the version command. I'd already done that earlier, so you'd already seen me do this. Npm minus V, which means show me the version. There it is. That's for Npm. We can also do the same thing for Node to give us the latest version of Node that we're running. Okay. Says, as a slightly more exciting test, let's create a very basic, pure Node server that prints out hello world when you visit the correct URL in your browser. It says, copy the following text into a file called hello node. I've already got a hello, so I'll just use that one. I don't think it's going to be that different from what we've done earlier. So, wrong one. So here's our, oh, we've got an express. Okay, that's fine. Let's close this. And let's make a new file. And we will call it hello node. Whoops, sorry. Well, now we'll do a file save as. And we will call it hello node.js. There it is. And we are told that what we want to do is to copy in all of this code. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I don't know if this is exactly recommended protocol, but in my package.json file, I'm going to change this from express.js to hello node.js. Save this and close it. All right. So this is very similar to what we saw before. We are requiring the HTTP package. We are setting up our host. And technically, I think it works even if you don't do this. And I think you can also set it to localhost. We're setting the port. All right. Here we're creating the server. We're telling it that if it works okay, basically to return a status code of 200, which means all is okay. We're setting the MIME type in our header basically here, or the content type, to say we're using plain text. And we're going to print out hello world when you visit port 3000. You've already seen this. So let me do a file save. And just so we see something different, let's change it to port 5000. Just so you can see it, because like I said, we've done this one before. So I'm going to come out here. Let's clear. And let's do a node, hello node.js. You see it says we're running on port 5000. And if we do go out to port 5000, which is what I'm going to do now, and we type in localhost :5000, we get our hello world. And again, we can come in and change the message. How about if we change that to welcome to the world of Node.js! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Now, the way we've got this running right now, when we do this, we have to stop this that's running right now. We've got to stop it and then restart it. All right, there's a way to get around that. We'll talk about that at another time. But when I come in here now and do exactly what we did before, so node hello, cannot find hello, oh, well, where am I? Oh, okay. CD to, what was it called? Test node, I think? No. All right. Well, I'm not sure where we are. So CD to slash. CD to D to dot dot. CD to slash desktop. No, it doesn't like that either. CD one, how about one more time? Then let's just do this. Not sure exactly where I got to in there, but I screwed it up. So I'm going to fix it right now. Double click on here, right mouse click, git bash here. That's where we want to be. Okay, and again, now it found it. It says we're on 5000. As I mentioned, we should get our different message up now when we come in here, and all we have to do is refresh. Welcome to the world of Node.js. All right. We've already gone over what this means, so I'm not going to do it again, but again, it's explained right here. And as they say, don't worry if you don't totally understand everything that's going on. As we go on in here, it's going to, they're going to explain everything that is going on. All right, so we ran Node and we went to this, we got that message. We went over to here. I just said localhost instead of that. All right. Next to Node itself, NPM, the Node Package Manager, is the most important tool for working with Node applications. NPM is used to fetch any packages, also known as JavaScript libraries, that an application needs to do its thing. From Node's perspective, Express is just another package that you need to install using NPM. You can manually use NPM to separately fetch each package. You can also go into the express.json file and put those all in there. So as it says here, the following steps show you how you can use NPM to download a package. All right. First, it says create a new directory for your application and navigate to it. All right. Well, I don't know why they want to do it like this, but we're going to run through their steps anyway. So we want to call this my app. So let's come in here, and this that we've got running, we're going to remove this, and we're going to remove this. This local host we're going to close, and they want us to create a folder called my app. In fact, let's make it right inside of test node here. No, let's not do that. Let's make a separate one, and we'll just call it my app. All right, so we've now got that. Let's right mouse click, open up a terminal in here. Again, I like using git bash. You don't have to. There's a bunch of other ones that you can use. All right, so we've got that. We've CD'd into it, and now we want to put in our npm init. And as it says right here, when we do that, it's going to start bringing this stuff up. It says if you display, let's see, the package.json, you will see the defaults. All right. If I put a -y when I do the npm init, it'll just put in all of the defaults. Let's put in these here. So yes, we want the my app. Yes, the version is 1. No, it says we're not putting in any description. Our entry point will be index.js. We will have no test command. We will have no Git repository. We will have no keywords for the author. We'll just leave that blank, and we'll use the ISC. And that'll create everything. All right. So ours will look pretty similar to what you see up on the screen there. Now, install Express in the my app directory. So we want that command. We are in the my app directory already, so npm install express. And what that did, amongst other things, and I've explained this before, but I'm saying it again, what it did was it added this node modules folder, and in our package.json file, it added the dependencies. All right. And that's what they're showing here. All right. To use the Express library, you need to call the require function in your index.js file. Guess what? We don't even have an index.js file right here. But if I come in here and I touch, just to show you how it'll be automatically created for me in here, index.js, not there, is there. All right. So let's open that up. And it should be, I think we're still in here inside of VS Code, but we're in the wrong folder. So let's close this folder. All right. Open folder, open reset. I thought there was a closed folder, but I don't like to. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally just file. Save, open, reset, add. Well, I'm not sure exactly. Let's just close this. And we'll start up a new instance, but I think it'll still be there. Trust the authors of files in this folder. Yes, whatever. All right. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And we're going to open up the folder on our desktop that they wanted to be called My App. All right, so now that's open, and we can go into index.js. So we want to start by putting this in. So again, we are requiring express. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm going to put in semicolons. We are starting up an instance basically called app. We are setting the port. All right. We are setting up our get route to say hello world, and we are telling it when it opens to basically give that. So let's see. So let's put in some comments here. We don't have to do this. All right. So I'm going to put in here, bring in express from npm, create instance of express, set port designation, set get route, and again, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to put this in like this. Set start message when app begins execution. Okay, so that's what I've got in there. All right, and I think I basically explained everything that's happening in there, and that's what I tried doing. Now remember that by putting in these backticks, that's a template literal that allows us to interpolate and actually put the value in there. All right, so again, it says you can start it up like this. Well, they're using now port 8000, totally fine. Let's just do this. Instead of hello world, which I know that's the standard, I get all that stuff. All right, let's just put in here running Node.js app with Express. Okay, again, we didn't have to put that in, but that's the way I'm going to do it. So in here, we will now say node index. Notice this time I left off the .js, and we get a different message in here. It just says running on port 8000. Always kind of nice so that your user knows what port you've designated. All right, so I'm going to come in here and say localhost : 8000. Be careful with port 8000 because there are a lot of applications that you run that use that port. I wouldn't recommend that one, but that's just me. All right. You can start the server. We just did that. Okay, we navigated over there. We did that. Good. All right. Now we are at, we are at 18 minutes, so I'm going to stop right now and do the development dependencies, the running tasks, etc. We'll do that in the next iteration or the next video.